New York's classic rock, Q1043.
Okay, welcome back. Jonathan Clark in the studio with a highly critically acclaimed band from the UK. Their name is Everything Everything. We have John and Alex from the band. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
The new album, I'm going to hold this up here. This is awesome. We got the sweet vinyl here. Fever Dream. This is the band's fourth studio album. I guess you just finished up some U.S. shows, right? And you headed back to the U.K. tonight or tomorrow. So how's it been going in the U.S. so far?
Been amazing. This has been a really good little run we've done.
Yeah.
Really good response everywhere we've been. The best we've had, actually, ever since we've come out here. Yeah.
I saw you. I don't know if you probably might remember this. Maybe it was 2010. Bowery Ballroom here in New York City.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine from RCA Records invited me down to see you guys. It was a really good show. I was really into you guys then. And you guys just did James Corden.
We did.
Now, how was that? Now, tell me about James Corden for us, stupid Americans who don't know what he was doing before this show in the UK.
He was in some comedy shows back home. And then
Gavin Stacey, didn't he?
Yeah, he wrote a comedy show which did really well, and then sort of went from thing to thing and ended up somehow here
getting a sweet gig.
Yeah, it's quite strange, to be honest. He wasn't in that sort of role at all.
Right,
home.
he goes from like comedic actor to talk show host.
Yeah,
well, Jimmy Fallon,
and he was a serious actor as well at some points as well.
Silly and a most unoriginal question for you, and I'm sure you've never heard this before. Where does the band name come from?
It comes from a few places, really, but the one we like to tell is that it comes from.
It's changed over the years.
It kind of has, because the real reason's slightly boring. We thought it sounded cool and it had lots of sort of. It sounds really full of potential, but also that our favourite record collectively is probably Kid A by Radiohead, and the opening words is everything in its right place.
Very nice.
And we obviously all heard that when we were young, and.
Of course. And when one hears that a band is from Manchester, no matter where you are in the world, you have a certain expectation of what that band might sound like, not unlike Seattle, early 90s, that kind of thing. But you guys have developed your own sound, even from day one, which doesn't sound like, the bands that we all know, like Oasis or whatever, Johnny Marr, whatever, which must be a good feeling for you. You guys have accomplished that, getting your own sort of sound.
Yeah, I mean, that is something you find everywhere you go. You say Manchester and people say, oh, Oasis. And it's like if you come from Liverpool, people say the Beatles, even though it was 50 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
You kind of can't escape it, but it also gives you a load of extra kind of points, Oh, you're a Manchester band. That means you must be quite good, So it's kind of cool.
I've only been to London a couple times. I've never been to Manchester, but I really want to go there. There's so much musical history there. So if I was to go to Manchester, give me 3 things that I should do.
You should visit.
Being the ugly American from New York City.
God, what would you do in Manchester? Go to see a band, obviously.
Right.
Go to Night and Day.
Go to Night and Day.
That's a club?
It's a club there, yeah. It's very old. Gave us our first ever gig.
Really?
Yeah. Seen lots of bands come and go. You should visit Namaste Nepal, the curry place.
Okay.
There's a whole strip called the Curry Mile, which is just curry houses.
So just really good food, right?
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And I don't know, man. You need to just go to another gig, I think.
Right. That's a good. Yeah.
That's kind of what you do there.
At another pub or whatever.
Yeah. You have a curry and you see a band.
Is there? Yeah. So do they have like they have in Liverpool? Do they have like a Manchester sort of like musical history kind of tour thing that they have? They must, right?
They have all sorts of things. Yeah, more things like that appear every year. Sort of nostalgia stuff about the Hacienda and the Manchester scene and all that stuff. Yeah, it's like growing into like a part of the tourist thing that you do there.
Yeah. We're with John and Alex from Everything Everything, the new album, A Fever Dream. So what I wanted to ask you was that New Order had to be a band that you guys liked, right? I mean, in the beginning, was there one sort of band or maybe a couple that all of you guys bonded over that sort of so like, yeah, we kind of really dig that, and then you kind of like channeled into your own sound from there?
Oh, there's loads. I mean, Oasis was a big character in our childhood, really.
Yeah.
It was kind of that time when they were absolutely massive. We were right at that age where kind of music is absolutely everything to you. So, yeah, they were definitely a Manchester band that we really loved.
Is that like 25 years?
It's a long time ago now.
I mean, it's so, I
Yeah.
can't believe it's then been that long.
Yeah.
Noel and Liam obviously doing their own thing right now. But so New Order, any other bands?
Yeah, I mean, Joy Division, New Order. We're big fans of Radiohead.
Yeah.
From Oxford.
New York band, Interpol.
Yeah, I mean, we love loads of
Oh,
American
man.
bands.
Interpol.
Yeah. Interpol, Strokes.
So good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Deer Hoof, yeah.
Yeah. So I was asking you guys if I went to Manchester, what I should do. What did you guys want to do the first time you came to New York?
Eat pizza.
You know, that's very popular, like number one on the list, right?
Yeah.
It
It's
really
different
is.
over here, man. It's really different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you have the pizza? Was it in Manhattan or Brooklyn?
Went to Grimaldi's,
Okay. All right. Yep.
Brooklyn Bridge, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what else? Did you want to go?
Oh, just see the buildings.
Went up the Rockefeller.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rockefeller
Yeah, the view.
Center. Yep.
Yeah, a friend of mine in New York says you should go up the Rockefeller because there's less for queue. And it's actually higher than Empire State.
Oh, it's not, but
All the views are better or
but
something.
yeah. Well, they got the Rainbow Room up there on the top of Rockefeller Center, which is like a very hoity-toity sort of lounge restaurant or whatever.
Yeah.
But anything else? Times Square.
I really loved the way the steam comes out of the sewer. That's
Right, the
like really
subways,
cool.
yeah.
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 That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the subways, not the sewer.
Or the tube or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So we were also talking about bands that you listened to growing up. Was Gary Numan an influence on you guys?
Not a massive one, but I mean, we were aware of him, and
Yeah.
We like the song in Partridge, don't we?
yeah. What the hell?
Music for Comedians.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah, with the novelty bass line, yeah.
Gary
Yeah.
was sitting in that chair a couple
Was
of weeks
he?
ago. Yes, he was.
He's done really well with his new record, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's really good, too. He's
Yeah.
a great guy. I want to play Can't Do. It's from the new album. What can you tell us about this song?
Can't do. This was one of the first things we got down. It's really fun to play live. It's really, really hard to sing, which is unusual.
Well, you go all over the place vocally.
I
Yeah.
do. I'm singing quite low today, but yeah, I sing high, and this is pretty relentless. But it's sort of adds to the kind of desperation of the song.
All right. Very good. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and come back here anytime.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
New York's classic rock. Q1043.